Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk about personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Thank you so much for 700 subscribers. I think I'm at 700. I'm recording this at 680, and I think it will be, or 686. And I think by the time this goes live, it'll be at 700, maybe a little over, maybe it'll be 699. I don't know. That would be kind of funny. Thank you guys for 700. The purpose of today's video is to go over technical analysis. So what I'm going to do in this screen right here on the top left is essentially go through a list of stocks I haven't charted yet. I have a separate screen which is going to show the same thing of Thinkorswim. If it looks like a great stock, I'm going to blow it up and I'm going to reverse where my head's going to be small and we're going to be looking at the bigger chart. So without further ado, let's go through my list and look at Thinkorswim, see if the chart's worth charting, and maybe we'll find a gold in the haystack, a needle in the haystack. You know what I mean. All right. Thanks again for 700. Let's jump in. Jump. All right, you guys, we are looking at my master catalog, which has over 4,511 stocks that I've personally captured, charted, some I've traded, some I still own, some I have alerts on for today, literally today, some I have alerts on for 10 years in the future. We're going to be looking at stocks that don't have any alert dates, which means that the stock needs to be charted, which means we're going to be doing technical analysis from scratch together. So you guys can see this. I'm just going to look at the alert date of blank. Whoa, clear. 710206. I think that's a blatant typo. Okay, so we've got that. Okay. And I have 131 stocks that need to be charted out. So let's open at Thinkorswim. I'm going to blow it up for you guys and I'll make it big if the stock is worth charting. NDP. Tortoise Energy, it looks like I already have this one charted. I just don't have an alert date on it. Imagine if it got bought. Imagine if it got bought in the sixes. Wow. It's at 32. Wow. So this one has ran quite a bit. I don't know if I want to put alert on it now because it's still rolling. We'll see how it acts with this third ring right here. So this is 12/1/2024. So we're just going to go back here and I'm just going to put 12/1/2024. All right. Easy. That one was already charted. Next is NFJ. NFJ. Let's go ahead and we'll chart this one out. I think there's some potential here. It's from 2005. There's some potential. We'll chart it out and we'll see if it's worth looking at the books. So I'm going to do a little quick swap. You're not going to know what's happening. All right, so we are looking at NFJ. I'm just going to expand on it and we're just going to do simple support and resistance. So this was our first line of resistance. You could see the stock came and it crashed here, didn't go through. It attempted to break through it again, crashed, and then it tried to break through, fell, and then broke and went upward. Then it got retested as support right here. You can see it literally got tested as support. This is an amazing find in terms of charts. Now let's look at the all-time bottom where the stock always bounced. And it looks like right here. So the stock literally always bounced off this line and continued upward. We're going to now look at the secondary resistance, which is going to be from the same green line. And we're going to go right to the top of this, right there. All right, so that secondary line, you can see the stock has never broken out of that secondary line. So that's an area to watch. If the stock were ever to break out of that secondary line right here, the next area of support, let's just draw it out right now. So here is one level of support right here. So, or I'm sorry, resistance. The stock price has never broken above this line except for when it first started trading. And that'll be it. Okay. And let's now look at support right here, like right there. All right, for the longest time, you could see this was support until it fell through and it has now become resistance. So now we need to look at the next level of supports and resistances, which are going to be like this. Okay. So now let's identify any patterns we see. First off, we have one huge descending triangle, and I'll show you what I mean. So everything in this purple is basically a descending triangle. This pattern right here, which I can just go from right here and basically looking at supports. This is a descending wedge. And I'll just make it another color. Let's do this. Okay. So now it is in a descending triangle. What could happen is it might find support here and it might do a throwback down to this blue line, which is our long-term resistance. It might come down here, find support, and then rip and get banged its head right here. And then it might do a little ping pong, boom. I don't know what this stock is or this company. Let's look at Finviz, honestly. Let's now look at this. And yeah, this is fine. This stock was NFJ. Virtuous something something. Let's see. Okay. Let's just go in the month. It looks like it is a dividend, 8% dividend paying stock. Wow. Okay, so this is a closed end fund, meaning it doesn't really have any, it does have sales, but there's like not much data. So literally the only thing I care about here is, are institutions buying this or what? So it looks like institutions own 36.9%. I'm going to say they don't. I'm going to say they own less now because let's just see. I'm going to say they own less, and I think they might wait to start accumulating down here. That's my guess. Institutions own, I have to do the long math. They own 36.8 million shares out of 90. Oops. They own 38%, so they own just a little bit more than the 36.9. This is a high-paying dividend stock, by the way. That's beautiful. This guy, Donald Burke, purchased 1,200 shares at $12. So he's down on his investment, but he's been getting dividends from it, so he's getting some income. It's definitely looking like there's more downside. If we're looking at the strength, it's going down. Momentum's going down. Money flow's going down. Relative momentum's kind of flattening, maybe going down. I wish this was a company that had a CEO because that would give us a better picture. But since this is the dividend fund, if you are into dividends, congrats. I think we found a good one. I would wait. Let's just see what kind of stocks they have in here. I'm gonna guess real estate and oil. I would wait for $9. $9.30. It'll get there. Just give it time. Wow, they have 1.2 trillion, 1.2 billion in managed assets. Okay. Let's see their holdings portfolio. Stocks, they have a lot. What's their equities? Come on. Top holdings. Here we go. Apple, Intuit, Bank of America, real estate, software, Lululemon, Home Depot, PNC, Digital Realty Trust, Stanley Black& Decker. So these are the top holdings, and Intuit has been doing very well, honestly. So, bummer. But that's the cool thing about dividend stock or dividend. Is this an ETF? No, it's a closed-end fund. Look at the taxes for closed-end funds. Me personally, there are usually a lot of companies that I normally would invest in that I would defer from not going into a fund. Like Lululemon, for example. I don't know. Stanley Black& Decker, Digital Realty Trust, that's real estate. Like, yeah. There's no borrowed debt, no effective leverage. So that's a good thing. But I think just given the trend of the stock, it's likely going to go downward. And I don't think it's because it's a bad fund or there's horrible holdings. It's just the trend, honestly, and the technical characteristics of the stock. You could be in the cheapest stock, but if it's going on a downtrend, people are shorting it. You can't really, the market can stay, I don't know, unforgivable longer than you can stay solvent. Yeah, the market can stay unpredictable longer than you can stay solvent. So really give this time. I mean, you might get in at nines down here, hold it for a few years. It might go up to 10, 12, 13, and it might come back down to nine. So just watch this. If you're into dividends, I would watch this one. I would wait. I'm going to create an alert on this one because I like it personally. So on my chart, I will put an alert date for 7/1/2024. Awesome. Okay, so we just reviewed from scratch one stock. Um, it wasn't a company with a CEO, so let's try this next one. And was this it? NHWK. Nighthawk. Ooh. The stock used to be $1,070. I can tell you they have been diluting or reverse splitting. Let's just see. Sorry for the lags. Here we go. Is this a biotech? A speculative biotech? Oh yeah. Oh yep, it is biotech. Ooh. So they make 7 million, but they lose 51 million. Tell me in what that scenario that ever becomes popular. It doesn't because how do you can make 7 million, but you lose 51 million? That's horrible. Sales are increasing. Our insiders aren't even buying. That's not a good sign. Revenue's growing. Revenue's growing. That's positive. Oh, it's because of no. They're about to fall off a cliff. Their sales are about to fall off a cliff. So I'll give this one 8 years. 8 years to kind of get their poop in a group and see what happens. So we will change this to 10, 1, 20, 31. All right. NID. NID. Nuveen. Okay, this one it looks like stopped trading in March. Yep. All right, it stopped trading in March of last year. No, of this year. So I don't even think this one is, let's see, tradable. It's not tradable. So this one is going to be deleted. All right, NIE. That sounds like a stock. Sounds like a stock with a CEO. It looks like it might be with the ETF. So again, let's just do our charting. All right, all right. So one thing I like to do is the Fibonacci arcs. So I'm going to go here to the bottom all the way to the top. Why do I like this? Because it's based off of I don't know if this is a Fibonacci. Yeah, it's a Fibonacci time sequence. So it's very calculated, and look how it respects the line. Like, look how it respects this line right here. Apologies for the lag. It respects, boom, breaks up, counts as support here before moving up here. Support, 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 jump. It falls through, creates support again. Goes down to this second rung, it bounces off and just lunges up. Let's do another one off here. There. And look at the respect it has right here. Resistance breaks through, support, support falls through. Or it acts as support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. This acts as support, resistance. Very, very cool. And we're just going to go to the bottom to bottom. So basically the stock has never fallen below this blue line. And the stock has never gone above this line right here. Look at that. Okay. So if you asked me, there's a few things I see. Oh, you know what's so funny? It might be, so you see this top line right here, the dash. Look at the dashes here and look at the dashes here. It makes an ascending triangle, which means the stock trades in it gets narrow up to the triangle and then it breaks down. So it looks like it's in a bear flag right now, which means this. Can you see a bear flag without me telling you? Can you see it? Right there. So bear flag mean there's more downside. Did that sentence even make sense? A bear flag means there is likely more downsides. And I can activate this and doop, okay. So we see our bear flag here. It's got support right here, but I think I could see it going down to $17. Let's just check. I want to put a alert for, let's do 1/1/2025. And let's just see NIE. It's an income fund, so I'm guessing it's dividend paying. %9.8%. Wow, that's huge. It's a closed-end fund. Do your own homework on how much you get taxed on closed-end funds, how much they charge you to manage your money in a closed-end fund. No insiders. Oh, there is. The same guy bought some stock at $20.85, and he's down a little bit. But again, he's getting 9% on his money. So Uh, Insider, yeah. So institutions own 23.4. Are insiders buying this stock? I don't know. I don't know. 6.7 million shares owned by who? JP Morgan, Raymond James. Whoa. So they own 6.7 million out of 27 million. That's let's just do the math. 24%. So again, institutions are buying this one up just a little bit. You can see the momentum looks like it's about to continue downward. So yep, I would just wait on this one for 17s, maybe dip down to this lower rung, 16s. I'm going to put an alert on FinViz as well for $17. Price below 17. Okay, awesome. So we've looked at 2 stocks so far, and I'm already 17 minutes in, and typically nobody watches past 2 minutes of my videos. So I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you guys' thoughts on these two tickers. And yeah, if you're not a subscriber, please consider. And again, thank you so much for 700, maybe. Have a good one, guys. Take care.